Hello my dear students, my name is Puneet and I am your Maya instructor. So today we will be learning the basics about the Maya software. Okay, so before starting the basics of the Maya software, I would like to tell you something about the Maya. Maya is a 3D software, just like the other 3D softwares like 3ds Max, Software Magic Design or Blender. So this is also a 3D software, and Maya is the leading 3D animation software in the industry for doing the animation production work and for doing the gaming production work. Okay, so now what is the difference in the 3D software and the 2D software? Many of the students must be having this question in their mind, like what is the difference in 3D and 2D? So I would like to clear you the difference. The 2D space, or you can say the 2D, what 2D thing is, 2D always define the two dimensions. Okay, two dimensions. Whenever you draw anything onto the paper, that drawing is a two dimension. Okay, whereas that paper, the medium on which you have designed that drawing, that medium is a 3D object. Okay, so if I take an example from the real life, now suppose this is a mouse, this is also a 3D object. Why? Because there is a thickness into this. Now in two dimensional there is no third axis, whereas in the three dimensional object there is always a third axis that gives us the thickness, or you can say the depth in the object. Okay, so whenever the third axis adds, that becomes a three dimensional object. Now in our softwares like Maya, we can design the three dimensional objects. We can design mouse, we can design laptop, we can design paper, we can design books, we can design buildings, we can design cars, everything that is 3D in the real life we can design in the software. Okay, that is why this software is so famous and so exciting to use also. So I would like to tell you something like this software. If anybody of you is thinking like this is very tough software, there are so many tools, there is nothing like that. This is very simple software, and always remember one thing, that the software is as good as the person using it. Okay, so if you are taking it very difficult, like something like, oh my god, what, I can't do this, if you take like that, you cannot do that. Okay, but if you take it very easily, you'll find that this software is the easiest software. Okay, so there is no worry to use this software. This is a very easy software existing in the market. Okay, and you will feel very excited and very happy while using this software. Okay, so now let's jump into the software. So if I teach you the basics of the software, I would like to start from the mid portion of the interface of the software. Now there are four viewports. Okay, as you can see, four viewports. Now what does it mean by a viewport? Viewport means space, a workspace where you make the object, where you design the object, and then you see it. Okay, then you can edit that object. That is called viewport, or you can say a workspace. Okay, so now we have four viewports, as you can see. On this is the perspective viewport. Now what is perspective viewport? I hope all of you must be knowing what is a perspective. Perspective means whenever you now for example, if you are drawing something on the paper, and if I ask you to draw something in two-point perspective or three-point perspective. Okay, now if you draw something in the 2-point or 3-point perspective, that gives the illusion of a 3D field. Okay, so now that just like that, we have a perspective viewport. Okay, but in this perspective viewport, you will not only have the illusion of the 3D, whereas you can see the actual 3D object. Okay, I'll design some objects here, and I'll tell you later on how to design the objects. I'll tell you the basics and everything. Okay, so we have four viewports: the perspective, and then top, and then front, and then side. Whatsoever you will design in the perspective viewport, okay, the top of the object of that object will be visible in the top viewport. Okay, and then in the front viewport, the front of that object will be visible in the front viewport, and the side, left or right, of that object will be visible in the side viewport. Okay, great. Now if I jump on to other interface parts of the software, you can see on the top there is a menu bar. Just like other softwares, there are menu bars. We have also a menu bar in the Maya. Now, in the menu bar, as you know, there are the basic commands and the advanced commands that you will use in the software later on. So, all those commands below the menu bar, this is known as the status line. The status in which you are working, I'll tell you later on about the status of the Maya. I mean, in which mode you are working. Now, for example, you are working on the object basis, or you are working on the subcomponent basis, and so on. Okay, that I will describe you later on. Okay, and then just below the status line, we have a shelf bar. In the shelf, all of these icons that you are seeing, all these icons are the shortcut of the commands. Those commands which are existing in the menus, you can make the shortcut of each and every command into the shelf. You can delete these icons, you can add the icons. Okay, so every icon shows the symbol of the command. Okay, now if I jump on the left side, there is a toolbar. Okay, we have a tools in, just like tools in the Photoshop, just like tools in any of the software. We have tools in the Maya also. Without the tools, you are not going to use the software. Okay, we have move tool, how to move the object, how to rotate the object, how to scale the object, how to adjust the object, and how to edit the object. Okay, all those tools exist in the left side. Okay, and then just below the toolbar, we have quick quick interface palette. Okay, you can change the interface of you can change the present interface to any other interface that exists here. Okay, these are the presets, and then just below that, just below the viewports, there is a time slider. As you can see, there are numbers. I'll tell you later on about the time slider when we'll start with the animation part. Okay, so this is the time slider, and time slider, if I go just down the time slider, on the left side we have a command bar. Command bar, you can type some commands also in the Maya if you know programming. Okay, and then you can use certain tasks very easily in the Maya. So just below the command panel, we have a help bar. So whatsoever the commands exist in the Maya, now for example, if you are using any command and you don't know how to use that command, the helpline will show you how to use that command. Okay, that we will be doing later on. Okay. Now if I come on the right side, we have the channel editor. In the channel box, means now for example, you draw a box. You draw a cube. Now in a cube, how many faces are there? 6 faces. Okay. Now 6 faces. Now on each face, if I draw some segments, or you can say segments or something like, I'm like to edit that object. Okay. If I want to bend the box, I have to add a segment into that box so that it bend around that segment. Okay, so that segment I will add from the channel box. And then apart from that, a very basic thing in the channel box, that is the parameters of the object. Now for example, if it is a cube, what will be the thickness of the cube, and then what will be the height of the cube, what will be the width of the cube. If it is a sphere, what will be the radius of the sphere. If it is a cone, what will be the upper radius of the cone, what will be the height of the cone. Okay, so all these parameters are there in the channel box. Just below the channel box, we have something called layer editor. Now what does it mean by a layer editor? Layers always perform a very vital role in using the viewports. Okay, now if you have 30, 40 or 50 or 100 of the objects in the viewport, and you want to adjust the objects in your viewport, it is always very difficult to select a single object. So it is always recommended that you add all the 100 objects into the layers. Okay, that I'll tell you later on when we will be moving further in the variator stage. Okay, so just before this, there are 3 buttons. The first one is attribute editor, that describes each and every attribute